What's up, fighters? In this episode, I want to talk to you guys about the order of releasing your song assets. So you have a song that you're going to release, you got lyric videos, you got music videos. What's the order that you release all this stuff in and promoting it, and to keep the buzz going and keep the energy going and promote the song? Let's jump into it.
I spent the last 14 years playing over 1,000 shows, touring 22 different countries, and become a top 40 Billboard charting artist. I fired my record label to go out on my own as an independent artist, to market and release my own music, selling thousands of albums and millions of streams. The question I always get is, how did I do it without a label and sell even more music? This podcast is here to show you the way. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my music business and a loyal fan base.
So hey guys, I have a good friend of mine named Aubrey, who is an artist, singer-songwriter, and he has a new song coming out, and he got a lyric video done that looks really, really dope, and he also got it done on Fiverr for a really good deal. I don't know what he paid, but he was asking me, when should he release the lyric video? And some people will say, hey, let's release it, the day of the song. I'm more in favor of releasing it, a day or two afterwards. And here's why. When you go to release your song, I think that you should be peppering out little snippets of it leading up to the song. Okay, so highlighting just like Hollywood does, their little teasers. You submit the little song, maybe you have a little snippet of the chorus, a little snippet of the verse, just to kind of get people excited, letting them know, almost like a countdown to the release. And you're talking about it, and then what do you do the day of? You release the song. And then I think to keep the momentum going, that's when you should release the lyric video. And then, maybe it's a few weeks later after you've pushed that, then you release the music video, so you keep having things to talk about the song. You can keep talking about it. And of course, you should do a behind-the-scenes story where you wrote it, especially, when you don't have a lot of content at the beginning or a big fan base, you want to kind of let people in behind the song so they feel like they can connect to you. And I talk about all these things in the Music Marketing and Promotions Guide, which I give you for free when you join Fanbase University. Go to fanbaseuniversity.com to sign up so I can mail you a copy of that, plus my fighter book, plus a fighter ring. Now, what's really important is not so much of you releasing the lyric video and, okay, you posted it to your Instagram. And, of course, you got all your friends. You asked them to post it to their stories. You posted it on Facebook. You posted it on YouTube. And speaking of which, I hope you've monetized it via, the YouTube monetization, whether you're using DistroKid, TuneCore, CD Baby, make sure it's monetized, okay, so that if anybody uploads the song or uses it, that you are getting paid. But here comes the real kicker, and the real important part is most artists release a song, they get excited about it, and then they stop promoting a week later, 2 weeks later, because they're bored and they're exhausted. But you got to remember, right when you feel like you have exhausted every angle and you're screaming at the top of the lungs about this song, you've gone live on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, you've promoted, you want to give up. And honestly, during this whole time, you should be running an ad to that song. You should be using that lyric video, a really strong portion of the lyric video, to run as a Facebook, Instagram ad, to not only build awareness, but to be building your email list. And I have a free training. Go to smartmusicbusiness.com/free funnel that gives you my template and everything on how to run ads so that you can start building your email list. And all you're basically doing is you're running a Facebook ad that probably says, hey, my name's, or hey, if you're a fan of Kanye West, or hey, if you're a fan of whoever you sound like, get my song for free. Click download now. For a limited time, I'm giving my song away for free. And then they click download, and that goes to a web page that I give you the template for. And people put their first name and their email, and then you deliver them their song. All right, and I normally deliver the song via Dropbox on the next page, but then you've got their most precious thing, which is their email address, which now, when you release your next song, you can tell them about it, or hopefully if you were running this ad earlier, you could now email them and tell them about the lyric video, or you can email them and tell them about the acoustic performance of it you just did, or whatever, you know what I mean? Now you have their email address, which is so powerful, my friends. So I encourage you, keep promoting. Don't stop. Tell your friends about it. Call in all your family, your friends. Now's the time to get the promotion going, and just don't stop. Make the lyric cards. There's so many other ideas I give you in the Music Marketing and Promotions Guide. Upload it everywhere, okay? TuneCore, DistroKid, and CD Baby, they don't handle YouTube for you as far as uploading it. They don't handle SoundCloud, so you need to do that. If you want it on Bandcamp, you can do that. But at the end of the day, just putting it up on all these places is just part one. Creating a lyric video or a music video or whatever asset you create, that's just the beginning. It's really getting this thing in front of eyeballs and marketing it. And let me just say this. If you're not getting people like hating on your ad a little bit, like I'm not talking about a lot of hate, but if at least a few people hating on your ad each day, you're probably not spending enough, which means you're not marketing enough. Okay, because you should be offending at least one person a day, because, you know, as smart as Facebook is and Instagram is with the algorithm, it's going to try and show your music to in front of as many, you know, people that are most likely to respond, but unfortunately, it's going to show it in front of some haters. But, you know, that just means that you're getting your music out there. And trust me, when you start getting a hater or something like that on your music, that means you're starting to break through. So if you ain't got any haters yet, that means you need to market harder, okay? You need to market harder. And I say that in such love and such truth, but it's true. If you're not getting people starting to, like, you know, dislike it, it means your message isn't really breaking through yet. You're not really cutting through the noise and reaching a wider audience of people. And speaking of ads, the next question I always get is, well, where do I target? You know, what countries do I target? Well, I always like to kind of come back to, well, where would you like to tour? You know, where would you like to tour eventually in the future, even though we can't tour right now because of COVID-19. But I personally focus majority of U.S. and Canada, because that's where the majority of my buyers are as far as Manifest. And because I'm always shipping stuff, I find my buyers in the U.S. and Canada. But as far as if you're just trying to get an international audience just to download your music, well, then focus on the countries that you want to build. But I always say start in one. That way you can see the traction in Spotify, you can see the traction in TuneCore, and you can really see one country go up. So I always say focus on one spot. And again, ads are cheap right now. Ads are super cheap. So I hope that helps you guys out today. Make sure you go to fanbaseuniversity.com. Our coaching calls are on the 12th and 24th of every single month. I want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. Fighter is someone who never quits.
So if you're a struggling artist and you're just trying to figure out this music industry, you want to go full time with your music, you want to get noticed on social media, or learn how to launch an album, an EP, or just get your music more marketed out there, I want to encourage you to check out my coaching program called Fanbase University. Every single month, I jump on the phone 2 times with my students and I coach them and I teach them how to market their music, how to get noticed, how to handle booking agents, record labels, and just get their music out there. Also, you get access to exclusive training, you get interviews with music industry professionals. If you want to find out more and not do this on your own, not struggle, because I've wasted thousands of dollars on my career and now I want to coach other artists. Check out my program, fanbaseuniversity.com, or click the link below to find out more info.